You know what? For the time being, I think I'm gonna hold off on making any World War III jokes. Just for a little while. 1917 is directed by Sam Mendes and follows the story of two soldiers who have to go across several battlefields to deliver a message that will save 1,600 men to call off an ambush on the Germans. It's a World War I drama directed and shot as if it's one continuous take, kind of like Birdman, if you've seen that movie. But a war version that just doesn't let up at any point. Because it's two continuous takes of following two guys across this perilous journey, the performances have to be very strong, and luckily for this movie, they are. Dean Charles Chapman and George McCrae are really good as Will and Blake, the two soldiers that go on this journey together. You really buy their friendship and the peril in the midst of it. One was a little hesitant to go, but because the other had a brother in the battalion they were trying to save, the stakes were always super high for him, and you feel the urgency to get this message across. And because you're following these run-of-the-mill soldiers for so long, it's kind of a breath of relief when you can actually recognize an actor you know. Mark Strong and Benedict Cumberbatch come on the scene in the later portions of the movie, and they're just such comforting, strong presences in this movie. Presences? Is that a word? They give a strong performance and have a strong presence, and they just let the audience and the soldiers know, alright, you made it this far, you have this much to go. Good luck. But the music also really helped with that. I usually pay really close attention to the score in war movies, and this movie didn't disappoint me at all. The epic moments feel epic. The small and personal moments are really well accentuated by the score. And the ending is so sober and sad and quiet because of the score as well. They did a really good job. But yes, of course, the main draw in this movie is the cinematography. Because this movie is made to look like it was filmed in one take, it's so insanely engrossing and immersive. You have to do literally everything with these soldiers. If they're crawling in trenches, the camera's panned down low and you're crawling in the trenches with them. If they have to double back and make sure this cricky, broken down house is secure and free of German soldiers, guess who's going in there with them? If they're being shot at and bombs are dropping and they're on the run, you are right there with them, and that makes for such an engrossing experience that I love seeing in this movie. It was so hard to tell when you're able to breathe in this movie, man, because there's no cuts, there's no sighs of relief that says, oh, hey, you can rest now. It really goes beyond words how immersive this movie is, man. I literally watched a third of this movie like this, just like bracing for impact. Because you're in the war with them and you never feel safe at any point of the time. You have to check every corner. You literally just search every bit of the frame for danger in this movie. A movie has not made me feel that paranoid in a very long time. Kudos to this movie. The costume and set design is impeccable. The war, the battlefield, it looks grimy, it looks dirty. There's dead and mutilated bodies everywhere that just puts you in the moment. It's disgusting, but it's absolutely phenomenal. Having a more keen eye for this sort of thing, there was a couple times where the illusion broke for me. There are a couple moments, there are a couple scenes and transitions where I was like, okay, there's definitely a cut there. It didn't break the experience for me, it was just a little bit more noticeable than other movies that have tried to achieve this effect. But it didn't compromise the experience for me. Overall, this movie was a theater-going experience I will not soon forget. The performances are excellent, the cinematography is super engrossing, the action sequences are intense and horrific. It's everything a great war movie should be. I'm gonna give 1917 a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. So those are my thoughts on 1917. Tell me in the comment section below, what's your favorite war movie? Make sure you leave a like before you head out, it very much helps out the channel. And subscribe button should be in the corner as well. I am Pack. Thanks so much for hearing my perspective, and I'm out for now.